And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. In the last episode, we went around Dark Torvus Bog, now that we have the grapple beam and all that jazz, and we kind of explored a bunch of this area here that we couldn't before, and we got the last Dark Temple key. We got a couple power-ups along the way. In today's episode, we're actually going to be going through and activating the keys themselves, so that way we can actually go and fight the boss. And I landed right into the freaking toxic drink. And I'm getting attacked by freaking hunter ings. But we need to go back to the Dark Torvus Bog Temple, because, well, now we have all three keys, we can actually unlock the area. I strongly suggest when you go into this fight, I'm gonna warn you guys, this boss fight is very long. I wouldn't say it's a very bad boss fight by any means, but it is a multi-stage boss fight. And not only that, each stage has its own... There's a bunch of missable scans in this boss fight. So I'm gonna warn you guys, there's at least, I'd say, I think 4 or 5 scans in this fight. So I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up. Be on top of your scan game before you do anything. I'll tell you when to scan and all that other jazz, but let's go ahead and activate the keys. Yeah, this boss fight is very infamous for missable scans. And upon activating the keys, yeah, the temple kind of fills up with toxic goop. So we're brought up to the upper level because of it. There is something strange here. If we scan this thing, we got a giant cocoon right here. Object scan complete. Organic structure designed to support cocoon. Destruction of supports will release cocoon. Oh, that was the supporting beams there. Let's scan this cocoon itself. Object scan complete. Target is a cocoon. A field of dark energies disrupting deep scanning ability. Unable to scan bioform within cocoon. Energy may be mutating the bioform, as there is signs of extreme growth present in the cocoon structure. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to go ahead and use the seeker missiles to destroy the structure holding the cocoon. And it actually just falls right into the water. The toxic swamp. And whatever was in that cocoon has come out. There it is. There's the creature itself. This is Chykka. I think I named that right. First, scan these guys right here. These guys only appear in this boss fight. These are dark shredders. These are just normal shredders, but dark variants of these. I don't know why they only show up during this boss fight, but they do. Be sure to scan them. I think they only show up during the Chykka larva stage. So be sure to scan these guys before you get any chance to do anything. They just activate like normal dark shredders. Now, wherever he went, I need to scan him himself. There he is. And jump over whenever he jumps into the water. He like gets kind of like fills the platform with water. So you just need to kind of jump over it and not get hit like I did. I'm trying to scan him. There he is. Okay. Alright. This is Chykka larva. Infant insectoid guardian. Vulnerable area detected. Target is a soft underbelly. Adjusting lock-on point to take advantage of this. Scans indicate that this bioform is an infant, but aging rapidly. This creature can ensnare targets with its tongue, drawing them into its mouth. and then covers its prey with acidic globs of biomatter to break it down to digestion. Ew, that's disgusting. This is an exceptional bioform with both dark and light nature. Alright, Chykka is kind of weird because you have to kind of use the light beam to attack when whenever he's going around like this. You can only attack whenever you're just barely surfaces above the water. And that's the only time you can actually attack him. Except whenever he jumps out of the water, too. He jumps out of the water, like he's about ready to jump out of the water. Watch your radar. And as soon as you do that, you can kind of attack him, his underbelly. But like I didn't do, he shoots a glob of dark matter at you. And as soon as you do that, you just need to kind of just jump over the water. I'm not doing a good job of doing that. But you're staying inside the safe zone during the whole entire fight. So I wouldn't worry too much about losing health too much in this fight, because you're staying in this form of the fight. You are staying inside the safe zone. Actually, oh goodness. All right. He's gonna actually probably be best to use a the charged light beam shot. And you got a lot of things coming at you, so just be careful whenever you're fighting this thing. I really strongly suggest waiting until he jumps out of the water like that, and I didn't get a lock on him. Whenever he jumps out of the water, that's when you can actually attack him. And I actually attacked him normally there with a charge shot. I know there's dark shredders there, but I'm trying to get a hit on him. There they are. Go away, guys. I really don't need you guys bugging me. But get it, bugging. Okay, he's gonna jump out here. Okay, yeah, light beam is probably your best friend during this fight. I don't know why. It's just like all the other attacks. I have a really hard time actually connecting my shots with them. Light beam actually helps a lot. All right, I can attack him there. This is a long, drawn-out fight. I'm gonna tell you guys that much for sure right now, because it's really long and drawn out. Okay. Attacked him again. He's gonna come out. This is gonna be really hard because of the freaking thing. And then later he's gonna come actually out and get on the area here. He's gonna ensnare you with his tongue, but just keep attacking him, and eventually you're gonna attack his underbelly right here. That gives you a lot of shots in order to shoot at him. All right. Dark shredders. Gosh, these dark shredders are annoying. I thought I killed... Gosh darn it. That's okay. I think you can use a super missile, but I'm not too sure. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Did I miss with that missile? Really? God. Where'd he go? Did I miss it? Yeah, I think I missed it. Is he going to come out? Oh, no. See, the super missile takes too long to actually hit him when he's leaping out like that. You can use super missile. Don't think you can't. It's possible to use super missile here. Okay, but it's just really slow. Super missile is just a really slow weapon to use against this guy, because this guy goes really fast. I think he's about ready to jump out of the water. Yeah. And actually, that didn't work out as well as I thought. All right, come on, just attack him. All right, and then just keep attacking his underbelly. There we go. Okay. That's probably the best time to actually attack him, is whenever he does that. Whenever he gets on the platform with you. So, actually, give me just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, anyways, back to what I was doing. There's dark shredders coming around here. Yeah, just shoot them with a missile and you're probably going to be able to get them. Just jump over the water whenever he dives in and out. I'm not doing a very good job, but look at my health. I'm not taking too much damage, so it's not really a big deal. Gosh, I can't get my lock on. I can't get my lock on! Alright. He's gonna get dark shredders over there. I can see it. I keep an eye out on my radar every time I do this fight, because he circles around you, as you guys can see. And he's gonna pop up over here. And there he is. He's gonna come up on this thing here, and just gonna keep attacking him with light beam. He's gonna try to ensnare you 3 times, but if you get him ensnared, then he'll be able to do that. like I said, Light Beam's probably the best weapon to use it because it's a fast weapon. It's mostly, unless you're using the Power Beam, but Power Beam doesn't really do very much damage because it's just a, you know, it's just a pea shooter. So it's a lemon shooter like in Mega Man. All right, here he goes again. Let's go ahead and try and take him out. You can use missiles. I think you can't use missiles. Come on. Okay, come on. Oh, wait. Ah! That's where the damage is actually going to do a lot. He's going to spray his acid all over you. So, he's trying to digest you. He's trying to use his digestive fluids, and that's disgusting. Alright. I should have used Light Beam. I should have used my own advice. Okay, there he is. Alright, let's go ahead and use Light Beam. And then Charge Shot. Oh, he's almost gone. I'm missing. I have 4 ammo left of my Light Beam, but you're gonna be using a lot of your beam ammos in this fight. I'm gonna just be mindful of that. It's going to be right. It's gonna be hard. That's one reason why the Dark Shredders are here, because they do drop ammunition. So that's one thing that's really nice about it. Okay, this should take care of him. There we go. Now that was Chykka larva. We're not done with this boss fight yet, though. I know, that was already long enough, wasn't it, guys? But no, there's more to this boss fight. I don't know how he metamorphosized that fast, but he did. And now the real boss fight begins. This is the adult version of the Chykka, which I think is a kind of a cool concept for the boss fight. It's a mosquito, and this is a bog. That makes sense. Anyways, this is Chykka. This is adult version Chykka. The flying insectoid guardian. This light creature can be stunned, especially by dark energy. While stunned, both look for the weak spots to target. The Chykka has rapidly aged into its adult form. It will attack by firing high-powered bursts of dark water at rapid speed. If frustrated, it will attempt to dive and ram you. Most of the Chykka's body is vulnerable to weapon fire, but scans indicate that such fire will only stun it. When stunned, however, 4 weak spots will appear. These spots will be vulnerable to attack. Target them to damage the enemy. Alright, so this is pretty much this is pretty much how the boss fight's gonna go. All our attacks are just going to stun it. Be sure to keep a lock on, because he likes to get out of your lock on feature. I don't know why he does that. He's kind of, if you're holding down the L button, it kind of gets a little bit distracting. He gets out of your lock on feature, so just keep on top of him whenever he moves rapidly like that. He's gonna shoot his dark gunk water at you, so just simply just jump over it. I really suggest using that. Once he's stunned, quickly, I mean really quickly, use the grapple beam to go behind him. He's got seeker missile stuff right here, so we're just gonna shoot seeker missiles right at him, and that's gonna damage him. That's how you're gonna damage the Chykka. So I think it's called Chykka. That's how you say it. I know a lot of people have called it Chykka. I was just like, no, that's Chykka. So at least that's how I pronounce it. I've always pronounced it Chykka. This boss is kind of infamous for the whole mystical scan stuff. I mentioned that earlier. This boss fight itself has like 5 scans. It's ridiculous. Alright, so we're going to go over here and then just come over here. And you see these red spots. And actually, you can just attack it normally. You don't have to do any of that. But I always use seeker missiles because they do a lot of damage. You can target all 5 of the weak points. He's about ready to charge at you. He's backing up to charge at you. Well, actually, no, he's not. Later, he's going to start backing up at you, backing up to do a ram attack. Whenever you see him do that, you want to get out of the way. You want to go ahead and use the grapple beams to come over here and just get behind him. I will not have enough time to get over here, though. Okay, let me see if I can get him. And there we go. Alright. So that's how I usually fight. I know there's probably a lot easier ways to take care of him, but this is how I usually fight. I use the seeker missiles on his wings because I don't know. Whenever I saw this the first time, I always thought you're supposed to use the seeker missiles on him. But I know a lot of people are just like, oh, you can actually use other different things on him. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just found my own form of playing. And I guess that's perfectly fine, too. Alright, I'm gonna wait. There we go. I think you can use a super missile on him. I'm actually gonna try that. Yeah, sure enough, it did. Didn't do that much damage to him. Whenever he gets to a certain point, he'll dive in the water. Whenever he does, he's gonna come out and have a new form. Scan this new form immediately. This is Dark Chykka. Dark energy charged flying guardian. Target is charged with dark energy. Most of its body is immune to damage, save for the lower egg sac. Avoid attacks to the target's offspring swarms. The Chykka has recovered and it energized its body with dark energy. This energy has rendered most of the creature immune to attack, including its wings. Tactical scans indicate that the egg sac is vulnerable. However, target it to damage the creature. So we're going to start targeting its new weak point, which is its egg sac right here. So essentially, what we got to do is, the best way I could really describe it is use the dark beam. And whenever he spits out his offspring, scan these guys too. These guys are missable. These are Chyklings. Dark energies charge Chykka offspring. Offspring swarm does not have parents' defenses. Evade is possible, engage if necessary. I usually just ignore these guys, but you can also use the Dark Burst to if I can. You can get some of your ammo back. The best way to attack, I'm sorry, I was wrong. The best way to attack Chykka, the Dark Chykka form, is actually use Light Beam again. I know, kind of silly to be using a Dark Beam. You can use the Dark Beam, but it is very slow. That's one thing I really strongly suggest against doing is Dark Beam is kind of slow for this fight, and we're fighting a very fast enemy. So that's why I usually just use Charge Beam shots, or Charge Light Beam shots to actually do damage to it. So that's how you're going to fight this guy. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and use the Dark Beam Burst to get more Light Beam ammo. Actually, nope, that didn't do anything. Go away, freaking Chyklings. Alright. I think actually these guys just die in one hit. Yeah, these guys are just swarm enemies, so. But I want to get some of my Light Beam ammo back. Actually, can I use Super Missile on him? It doesn't follow him like I thought it was going to. Okay. Come on, Chykka. I gotta use Light Beam. Light Beam's probably the best weapon against him, so. See, I'm actually hitting him. After a while, he'll go back to normal Chykka. So you just gotta remember what you did for this version of the boss fight. He alternates between the dark form and the adult form. So as soon as he comes back to regular Chykka, you just come over here and you just start damaging him again. I usually use my pea shooter. He's about ready to do his ram attack, so just get out of the way. See, he's gonna circle around the arena. This boss fight can get a little bit of annoying because it's really hard to hit this guy. But it makes sense because he's an agile opponent, so. He's about to use his charge attack again, so let's get out of the way. Free aiming does help whenever he's just circling around stuff like this. No, I don't want to do that. Stop locking onto that, please. I want to target him. There we go. Okay. Can I attack him here? No. That's too far. Too far. Come on, there we go. Okay, now he's going back into his... No, he's not. No, he's not. He's still... It looked like he had dark energy coming out on him. Alright. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're going to be falling in the water way too much in this fight. But goodness to... I'm very thankful that the water's still shallow to tread. It's not like deep water or whatever. Okay, he's doing his charge attack. Okay, come on. Come on. Stun. You missed your stun. Okay, there we go. And then get behind him. Alright, let's go ahead and Seeker Missile. Alright, I'm too far away. Goodness. Ah, darn it. I was kind of in that middle segment where I wasn't behind him, but I was. Does that make sense? He's only got like half health. See what I mean? Like, this boss fight can take forever because there's multi-phases to it. But I always like this boss fight because it's something different. The other Prime games had really cool boss fights, but this one has really like multi-stage boss fights, and I always like that. I like that about Echoes, is Echoes has really good boss fights. I don't like the fact that most of it's missable scans because you're scanning different forms and such, but it's whatever. So on repeat playthroughs, it becomes a little bit easier to remember what to scan. So alright, so we're gonna go behind him. I'm still not behind him yet. Okay. Now I should be behind him. Shoot missiles at his wings. There we go. I'm gonna shoot his wings. Shoot at his weak points. I always get hit by that thing. At least a little bit. Stop moving around. I don't think missiles actually hurt him. Because, yeah, that missiles bounce off him. They say most weaponry actually hurt him, but I guess the key term there is most weaponry hurt him. Missiles bounce right off of him. I don't know how that works, but it does. Like, power beams actually hurt him, and like missile doesn't. I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Alright. Okay, so we got... And shoot them right there. There we go. And I think we gotta shoot him one more time, and then he'll go back to his dark form. I think he alternates between the two forms after a certain point. He goes to adult form, and then he goes to dark form, then he goes to adult form, and then he goes back to dark form. That's how the boss fight ends. Okay, so we need to come back here, shoot his wings. There we go. I think one more clip of his wings, and he should be down for the count. He'll be able to go into his dark form. Ow. I should have kind of not tanked that, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright. There's Pea Shooter. Okay, now he's stunned. Let's get behind him. Quick! Action hero Samus Aran. Away! Okay, let's go ahead and clip his last wing. I'm in that state again. There we go. Okay, we clipped his wing. Ow! I should have jumped over that. I should have jumped over that, but that's okay. Alright, now he's going to come back out as Dark Chykka again. I think I got all the Chykka forms. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I got all the Chykka forms. Okay. Alright, gonna shoot your egg sack. There we go. And one more attack, and there we go. There's Chykka. Like I said, that boss fight is really long. Because there's a lot of phases to him. Upon defeating Chykka, let's gain all our stuff here. These pickups here. He drops something. Or she drops something because she laid offspring, so it would be a she. Dark Visor. This is kind of a cool item, by the way. Dark Visor acquired. Press what is it? Right on the D-pad to activate Visor. Okay. Dark Visor. This is a cool item because it allows you to see invisible platforms, invisible enemies. It allows you to see invisible stuff in general. And I love this visor. Poor Chykka. There's his corpse right there. Target Chykka has been terminated. Life signs are flatlined. No regenerative ability in effect. No evidence of symbiotic corpse possession. Resurrection does not appear to be likely. Alright, so if you push right on the D-pad, you'll bring up the Dark Visor. This allows you to see invisible platforms. Like so. You saw those platforms raise and they were invisible. So you can actually jump on them. I don't think, actually, does it work? Yeah, these platforms still exist, even though that they're invisible. So you can't, if you know where they are, then you don't really need this visor. But this just allows you to see them. This visor, I will tell you guys something. Do you guys remember the lore? Actually, I'll get into more of that later. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll get into more of that here in a second. I want to kind of do what we're going to do. We're going to go get the planetary energy from Dark Torvus Bog Temple. We're going to take it back to the normal Torvus Bog. And that'll make 2 areas cleared out. Alright. So we come in here, and we'll grab this energy. Planetary energy. And with that, Dark Torvus Bog has become unstable. Energy transfer complete. Return the energy back to his temple on Aether. Okay, so let's go and do that. But anyways, Dark Visor, what I was going to talk about. You guys remember all those lures that we've been finding with those Luminoth that say they're key bearer lures? Those are for a fetch quest that we have to do at the very end of the game. There is a thing that we have to access. It's called the Sky Temple. And we need to get 9 keys in general all across Aether, or Dark Aether in this instance. In order to access it, we need to get 9 keys. These are called Sky Temple keys. And those are location, with the key bearer lore bearers that we saw across our journey. Those are to kind of give you a hint to where the Sky Temple keys are located. The item we just picked up is, actually, where am I going? I'm going back to this place. Okay. So I gotta go through the blue door. Alright. So, the items in question, though, the only way you're gonna find that, you can even start that hunt, is to get the Dark Visor. The Dark Visor is the only thing that allows you to find the Sky Temple keys. So, I just wanted to talk about that because you can start looking for Sky Temple keys at this point. You may not have the abilities to reach certain of these, some of these keys, but you can now with the Dark Visor. You might have to come back later with other abilities in order to get the keys, but you can be able to see the keys, if you know what I mean. You can't really start any Sky Temple key hunt until you have the Dark Visor, because it's the only visor that can be able to see the keys. I will tell you guys, we are going to be doing that fetch hunt at the very end of the game, because my planned route that I have, the only way I can really do it is at the end of the game anyways. So I'm just giving you guys that heads up right now, because I will not be going after the Sky Temple keys until we get to the end of the game. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up, because I know there's probably going to be comments asking me how I'm going to be going about doing that. But that's just my plan for right now. So I just wanted to let that be clear. That's the reason why I haven't really talked about it, because we haven't gotten the item to even get the keys yet. As soon as you get the Dark Visor, you can start doing your hunts if you want to. But I will just tell you, you're gonna need more abilities than just the Dark Visor to even get the keys. So it might just be better off waiting until the end of the game anyways. Alright, so we're going back to the Torvus Temple and to put down the planetary energy. So that's what we're going to be doing now, and I can grapple hook. Can I grapple hook over here? No, I can't grapple hook over here. I guess there wasn't a grapple hook over here. And there's a Sporb. There's a Sporb. Eat missile. Okay. Eat missile. Alright, we're going to go back. If I keep not falling down. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious, Matthew. You need to just calm down a little bit. There we go. Alright, we're going to go back, and we're going to be leaving Torvus Bog, because at this point, we are done with Torvus Bog after we put this planetary energy back to where we found it, so. Alright, so let's go down. Let's go down. Downtown. Downtown. This is a bog. This isn't a town. Why did I say downtown? Alright. Let's go up here, and we're going to go and put back the planetary energy. Restore the Temple of Torvus. Alright, so I gotta wait for the elevator to come down. As soon as you get close to it, the elevator comes down. And then you actually can come back up. I know we haven't been in the upper section of the Torvus Temple in a while, so we hadn't had any reason to, so. Alright, so we just come up here. Oh, by the way, I should mention, the Dark Visor, you can actually see invisible enemies now. So, all those enemies that kept phasing in between dimensions and stuff like that, yeah, those guys won't be problems no more. You can use that to follow their tracks, like the Shredders. The Shredders, or not the Shredders, the Shriekers, I'm sorry. The Shriekers, the little plant things that popped out of the ground and then just phased in and out of dimensions and stuff, and out of existence, you can use that to follow them. And the Dark Pirate Commandos will not give you trouble anymore. Alright. So let's go and put the energy back. Alright. Energy transfer complete. This temple's energy has been restored. Alright, good. Now we can actually go, and we're going to go back to Umos now. We are done here in Torvus Bog, as of right now. We're going to be coming back to Torvus Bog later for a couple things, but as of right now, we are done with Torvus Bog. We need to go back to Umos to talk about where we need to go next. Now, along the way, there's going to be a couple pickups we're going to be getting. So, but actually, yeah, if you bring up the Dark Visor and you fall down here, yeah, ow. If you fall down a great height, Samus gets stunned a little bit. You'll be able to see those shriekers. And they will be able to, they won't give you too much trouble anymore. Actually, I think these guys, is it that? Actually, they don't, yeah, you can follow their movement a little bit. You can't, like, follow their movement all per se. I think there's, these enemies, I think, honestly, I don't know if it's this visor or the next visor we get that follows them a little bit better. I just know that you can see invisible enemies now. I think, honestly, it's for the Dark Pirate Commandos that it goes best, because you can actually follow them. And they won't give you as much trouble anymore. Alright. So now, we need to go back to Temple Ground. So yeah, here's the Dark Pirate Commandos here. See, we actually can follow them now. We don't have to worry about wait until they appear on the screen. So, just simply follow them, and then just... Did he get stuck? Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, good. Yeah, it'll be a little bit easier to track those guys. So, alright, so now we need to go back the way we came. If you guys remember, we haven't been in this room in a long time. We can actually get this scan log right here now. This is the Ing attack for the history section of the Luminoth lore. We are done with history section, so I'm kind of glad about that. Alright, but here in this room, now that we have Grapple Beam, we can actually go on the Grapple Beam, and it leads us to a missile expansion. That's an easy missile expansion to get, but there you go. So, easy missile expansion. There's the lore that we didn't get before. Oh god, those guys scared me. I didn't even see them. I just landed right on top of them. God. Oh my goodness. I didn't see them right there, and they were just like, oh, hi, Samus. Alright. There's something else in this room here. You got Grinchlers. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of them if I can. Just strafe around them. Break their back. Okay, come on, Grinchler. Okay, he died. Now you, Mr. Grinch. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you're in water and they use their electric attack, since water conducts electricity, yeah, they kind of do like a shock force field around you. Okay, there we go. Take care of them. Alright, in this room, when we come back here, before we go back any further, this is Torvus Lagoon, by the way. If you come over here, you guys probably remember this missile tank that was right here. We can actually get it now that we have the gravity boost. So, there you go. Easy missile expansion number 2. So now we can actually get, yeah, we can get that now that we have the gravity boost. Alright, so now, I think what I'm gonna do before we do anything else, I'm gonna save, because this episode's been going on long. That boss fight was a long boss fight. So next time in Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we are gonna go back to Umos and find our next destination. So, I will see you guys in the next episode.